Hey guys, welcome back to Side 9. We're bringing you another starter guide today. Starter Deck 2, Wings of Advance. This starter is based on the series Gundam Wing and features the colors green and blue. I don't know why Real left my colorblind self to figure that one out.
You're welcome, but before we go too deep into talking about giant robots, as with any YouTube channel desperate for your attention, we'd appreciate if you'd like and subscribe, and let us know in the comments which of the 4 starter decks you're most excited to pick up.
I'm actually really excited that Real left this one for me to write, as it does feature what is my favorite suit of the ones available to us thus far. That's a really tall goose. And on that terrible bit, what better place to start than on the legend rare we haven't seen yet? The OZ-00MS Togeis. Togeis is an exciting unit as it does something that no other unit does. It has an unconditional reactivation allowing it to swing twice. Take 2 shields? Sure. Fight 2 units? Why not? Unit and a shield? Get crazy with it. If you have 4 resources, you have another swing.
While this is expensive, there's no such thing as too expensive if it wins you the game. Often in the endgame, you have more resources than cards to spend them on, so this is a great outlet for those resources to extend the use you get out of one card.
If you played beta, you know him, you fear him, and if you've checked TCG Player, you wish he pulled his alt art, it's Wing Gundam. A staple top-end card of the beta format, he's great for controlling the board while continuing to pressure your opponent's shield. A pile of stats, able to select his best fights, and a massive Breach 5, Wing is a great capstone if you get there.
Having said that, there's more than just legend rares worth grabbing from this deck.
Zex Marquise. Sure, he has to be linked. Sure, he has to win fights on your turn. And sure, masks haven't been in vogue since 2000. But when linked with Togeis, Zex can easily represent a draw 2, and since that comes in trades, Togeis can easily 2 for 1, leaving you at a +3 in relative advantage.
Hero Yui. We'll admit, we don't love Hero Yui at first glance. Pilots are a tough sell since they compress 2 cards into 1, meaning they have to generate at least 1 card's worth of value to not have you lose tempo or value. However, Hero does have 2 things going for him. At a +3/+2 on Link, he's the most stats you can get from a pilot. Also, Wing and Wing Zero are 2 units that are probably in the top 5 units you really want to link to get them swinging ASAP.
Corsico base is a bit standard for a base, possibly even overcosted at 3 as opposed to the usual 2. However, its first play giving you a 4/2 goose is reason enough to play it, as it's a stat line that lets you take juicy trades. The second play giving you 2 meager 1/1s is generally worse, but getting 2 bodies is nothing to scoff at, and can be wildly helpful if you're trading shields with the opponent, as the 1/1s take a shield just as well as a 10/10.
With those highlights out of the way, let's take a moment to hype up some of the upcoming units out of the booster that are notable upgrades for this deck. While the green and blue legend rares are very obvious potential upgrades, we want to draw attention to some of the cards that may not be as flashy, but definitely are worth considering.
Gundam Sandrock is a level 5 3 cost with 4 AP and 4 HP. On deploy, it lets you also deploy a unit with the Maganac trait without paying its cost. So this might be cheating a bit and giving you a 2 for 1, but the starter already includes 1 Maganac, and the booster gives us Recedes Maganac, giving 8 total targets for Gundam Sandrock. Getting 6/7 of stats for 3 on turn 5 is a crazy rate, potentially closing the gap in tempo usually found in wing-flavored green.
The next card is Shenlong Gundam, another level 5 4-cost suit with 4 AP and 4 HP with Breach 4. It also has another ability where it can choose an enemy unit with blocker that is level 3 or less and destroy it when Shenlong attacks. Another powerful piece to Green's tall units, Shenlong Gundam brings an ability that is currently quite rare in Gundam card game, the ability to outright destroy units if they're blockers. This means that it can swing and destroy units that could redirect its attack due to the ability happening before block step, meaning you can easily set up 2/4 and 3 for 1s as Shenlong Gundam takes down both the unit it's targeting and a blocker. All this and you're not even giving up shield pressure since Shenlong has a healthy Breach 4.
Up next is a deceptively simple card in Gundam Death Scythe, a level 4 2-cost unit with 4 AP and 3 HP that carries the humble Repair 1. We've spent a bunch of time hyping up Blue's ability to take value trades, as the resilience the repair keyword gives cannot be understated. Luckily, green has an opportunity to steal their own blue unit in the Death Scythe. At level 4, it's hitting the board at the same speed as most of blue's good repair units, and with the bonus of a rate stat line at slightly cheaper cost, it enables you to play more cards during your turn 4, or even allow the unit to be linked on curve without giving up the second player EX resource.
To break away from the slew of units, we do have a pilot to consider in Chang Wufei, a level 4 pilot with the ubiquitous 1 cost. He has the higher pilot stat boost, giving 2 AP and 1 HP, but the biggest bonus is his ability, where during your turn, if the unit he's attached to has breach, it doesn't take battle damage from units with 3 or less AP. As we often emphasize the power of making valuable trades and having your cards live longer, I'm sure it's no surprise that we rate Chang Wufei quite highly. He has his obvious links in both Shenlong Gundams, but his ability to pair with any unit with breach means that he has the ability to turn several units into something that can just chow down your opponent's small bodies.
So as you can see, the green and blue of Wings of Advance wants to weather the early and mid game as it transitions to its 2 really tall units in Wing and Togeis, allowing it to command the board and start stripping away any advantage the opponent has built up to this point. Thank y'all for watching. We've been, and hopefully still are, Rayala and Fulminatus. Keep your eyes peeled for the next video on Starter Deck 3, Zeon's Rush, and we hope to catch you guys in the next one.
Jury's still out on that one. I don't know if I'm still